A-Rex SA220. And just go down the hook with some thread. Throw some Solarex right here on the eye. You don't want the eyes twisting when you start catching fish. And take a UV light. I fished yesterday solo, y'all, and I caught most of my fish on this fly that I'm tying. I probably could have caught more than I caught because I was being kind of picky. The black drum are spawning right now, so there was a ton of black drum out there. But I ended up catching 3 black drum and 4 redfish. There were black drum everywhere, but I got to where I wasn't even casting to them because there were so many of them. All right, got the eyes on there. Then I'm gonna take some deer tail. But yeah, most of the fish I caught was on this yesterday. I started off throwing like a black and purple, mostly purple actually. And I caught, I think maybe 1 on the purple, possibly 2, I can't remember. And but the fish were just kind of refusing it, so I swapped up to the Hopedale Crab and they started eating it. All right. Just to make it look, just to make that look neater, which don't really matter because it's going to be covered up. Put that on there. And I had a buddy that was running a charter. I didn't have a charter yesterday. I went by myself, but I had a buddy that was running a charter yesterday, and he said they smoked them also, fly fishing. So they were Definitely biting yesterday. I've got charters this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And I'm supposed to fish Mardi Gras Day, which is Tuesday, which is fine because I don't do all the parades and jump. I think the winds were supposed to be high though. Is the bad thing about it. All right, so now we're gonna take a Sharpie. We got the tail on there, and we're gonna put some black stripes on there with the Sharpie. Just kind of breaks it up. Gives it kind of, even though it's called a Hopedale Crab, it gives it that kind of like a little shrimpy vibe to it. Whatever it does, the fish eat it. This thing passes in front of fish, they smoke it. And when this thing's in the water, this tail lays back. Actually, the whole fly kind of lays back when it's in the water. Like it'll be poofy here in a second as I tie it. But when it's in the water, it kind of lays back and flows, you know. All right, we're gonna take a little bit of gold. As you can tell, I use it a lot. It's all strung out all over the place. And we're gonna throw some gold flash on there. If I can find any that's halfway decent. Because I use it all the time. Can't go wrong with gold. And I'm just gonna pull off. I think I got about 3 strands right here. Cut that off like that. And just put that over the thread like that. As you can see, it's out of thread. Out here, I'll show you. The thread. I just kind of put it over the thread. I'm gonna lay that down on the fly. Get a few wraps to get it started. And then I'm gonna pull. Sorry, my voice is weird this morning, y'all. It's normally not this deep. I'm gonna pull that down on each side of the fly, and then throw some more wraps in there like that, and it'll see, add a little gold flash to it. Now we're gonna take some. We're gonna put some legs on there. Which, by the way, I mean, like yesterday, I filmed yesterday for my YouTube channel while I was out there by myself. My GoPro quit working, but my chest camera was working, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to edit all the video and see how it looks. But this fly, most of the time, when it drops in front of them, they're gonna smoke it. I don't even know if they have time to look at it, honestly, because it lands in front of them. I mean, I landed in front of some redfish yesterday, and they freaking smoked it. So, I'm okay. I'm smart. Sorry, by the way, doing the same thing, putting this around the thread like this, just kind of pulling it up, and get a few wraps on it to get it started, like that. Same thing. I'm gonna pull it over to the side, to each side, so it's kind of kind of even. Got a few legs on each side of it like that. And now we're gonna cut those. I don't need them super long. Make them short like that. So you should have a few, yeah. So you got a few legs on each side right there. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my voice today, y'all. I sound like I should go be singing or something. I don't know, singing some country music or something with my voice. All right, now we're gonna take some saddle hackle, also known as feathers, and I'm gonna grab one. All I need is one for now, I think. Kind of a little bit bigger one, I guess. I got to go later today, y'all, to the marina and change the oil. I'm not the oil. The spark plugs on my skiff. On the way back in yesterday, it was sputtering a little bit, which I've never changed. I've had it. I've had that boat since 2022. It's a Yamaha. It's a 115 SHO on the back of it. I never had to change them, but it was, kind of sputtering, not sputtering, but kind of, whatever, yesterday on the way back in. So I need to go change those plugs today. All right, now we're going to take a piece of saddle hackle. So far, I don't know what's up with my voice, y'all. Start out with a hook. Got the eye. I went with chartreuse on there, just add a little color. Put the eye on there, put some solar res on there. The glue, glued that. Put the tail, added stripes to the tail. Got a little bit of gold flash and some legs. Now we're going to take a piece of saddle hackle right here. And this is just to add like some depth to the body, I'm going to get it started. Let's see. So just going to get that started on there with a few wraps. I'm just going to get this, I'm going to put that over there out of the way like that. My voice is weird today, y'all. Now we're going to wrap it. And I'm just kind of wrapping the feather back towards the hook, back towards the eyes, the lead eyes. When we get right here kind of tight, I'm going to add these little clippers. I'm going to clip the feather, and it'll probably come off because it does half the time. It seems like it'll pop off half the time. Maybe it'll stay this time. This is a real quick, easy fly to tie. And it's my most producingest fly that I use, man. The Hopedale Crab. You can tie it in all different colors, but this color right here, this olive kind of color, this greenish olive color, it works, y'all. Smokes the redfish, smokes the black drum. Basically everything eats it. Yesterday, like I said, I went out by myself. I was actually going to camp out last night, y'all, out there. I took my tent. I took everything to film and do a little overnight camping trip. All right, so now we got the feather on there. And while I was out there, my GoPro quit working. That's the whole point, is filming. So all I was stuck with was my chest camera. And I didn't want to go out there and just use a chest camera to film. So my GoPro quit working while I was out there. It would only film for about 2 to 3 seconds and then shut off. All right, y'all, we're gonna grab some some crack wrap. Hunter Biden came up with this. It's called crack wrap. It works really good. All right, so we're gonna grab a few inches of this. Like that. So anyway, my GoPro quit working, so I couldn't film everything. And so that was part of it. Like I said, the motor started stuttering a little bit. So I was like, well, because I was fishing on the edge of the Gulf yesterday. I went all the way out to the Gulf to fish. And I was like, well, I don't want to be out here and something happened. So I decided to come back in, but I want to go out there real soon and camp out and everything. All right, y'all. So we just got the crack wrap started right there. And I think the way the phone is, or what, I'm just using my phone, y'all. I think it's my right is actually y'all's left, but this side is my right, y'all. So anyway, but you're gonna wrap this the same direction. I always wrap everything the same direction as I'm wrapping the thread. And you want to keep all this flashy stuff pushed back towards, the back of the hook, the back of the fly, back towards the hook as you're as you're wrapping it. And like I said, when it's in the water, all this stuff kind of flows backwards anyway towards the tail. But man, this fly smokes them, y'all. I went live yesterday while I was fishing. That video is already up on YouTube. I haven't edited everything yet and put the full videos on there, but the live version is on there, so you can watch that from yesterday. It's kind of long because I basically just turned the camera on and let it run the whole time I was fishing, so it's about a 4-hour video. But so there's down times when I'm looking for fish or not catching fish, and there's other times when I'm catching them like crazy. So all right, I probably could have went with one more wrap on that, but I might add a little bit more. A little bit more wrap to it. All these little strings I'm cutting off, by the way, y'all, is not going to matter at all. When that thing gets in the water, this stuff is going to flow backwards. And like I said, it drops in front of the fish. They pretty much eat it immediately. At least here in Louisiana, they do. That is just about it. I think I'm going to add a little bit more wrap right there on the front just to fill that in. Just for the heck of it. I think I'm going to add a little tan, a little shrimpy color. Just to break that up a little bit. Just a couple of inches. That's what she said. One of my clients, I actually went live the other night, and he's fished with me before, and he watches the YouTube channel. So I was live the other night, time flies, and he asked me if March is any good. So yeah, March is good. I mean, it's just like everywhere else. You start getting winds in the springtime, so you have to deal with wind, So I always recommend to people, if they're going to come down here and book, they need to book for at least 2 or 3 days, because if you happen to get high winds and kind of mess up the fishing for a day, if you book more than one day, then you should be good to go. But yesterday happened to be good. I had good winds. I started out with like no clouds at all, and you could see fish everywhere. And then about midday, some clouds rolled in for a while, so it was hard to see, because what it does, it puts a glare. The clouds put a glare on the water, so it put a glare on the water. It was hard to see for a little while, but then the clouds went away again, and I ended up right towards the end of the day yesterday. The last school of fish I got on, I was easing it. Like I said, I was on the edge of the Gulf. I ran all the way out to the edge of the Gulf. So there's islands out there along the edge of the Gulf. And so I ran all the way out to those islands yesterday. And I found right at the very end of the day, there was a school of probably, I don't know, probably, I'm not even, probably 30 or 40 redfish, y'all. It was a lot. And they were all kind of ganged up on the beach in this one little pocket along the beach. And I just added a little bit of white right there. And all right, now we're gonna. So it was literally y'all just putting the fly in front of, just casting the fly out there and holding on because there were so many fish they were fighting over it. So all right, now we're gonna finish it up with some wraps right here. By the way, hey cats, chill out. My cat's over there wanting to either play fight or fight. But anyway, um, I usually do this a few times, y'all. I go with 4 or 5 wraps and I do it a few times, but it's not gonna hurt it. You can probably tie it off as many times as you want, but I like making sure it's gonna stay on there. So anyway, the first fish I put out there, like I said, there's probably a school of at least about 30. And the first time I put out there, redfish smoked it immediately. But he was a fish. Now I don't keep many fish, but if I was gonna keep fish, he was like keeper size. Maybe 22 or 23 inches, maybe. Um, but he smoked it immediately. Got him almost to the boat and he came off, which was fine. Put the fly right back out there because that school was still there, and I had a big one hit it. I think he ended up being what was he? He was 32. I have to go back and watch the video. He was 32 or 33 inches. He wasn't a giant, but 32, 33 inches. That's a decent sized fish. And then I was like, well, all these fish are schooled up. I'm gonna have some fun. So I grabbed my 8 weight because I was using my 10 weight. I grabbed my 8 weight rod and I took a couple seconds to put a. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit, but y'all can kind of see. I'm gonna clean this up just a little bit right here. These feathers. All this will flow backwards though when it gets in the water. So basically, when it's in the water, all this will kind of flow backwards like that. But so I'm not gonna take many feathers off. I'm gonna trim that just a hair. So anyway, I took a couple of minutes to put a monofilament leader on there, and and a top water fly because I was like, well, I'm gonna have some fun with them since there's so many fish right here. And by the time I did that, that school kind of dispersed. I ended up seeing a couple more small schools out there of about 4 or 5, but that 31 or 32, whatever it was the last, or 32, 33 was the last fish I ended up catching yesterday. But all right, y'all. So there's one. I ended up throwing that little bit of. I probably should have put the tan color in the middle and put the green up front, but it really don't matter. They'll eat it up. When it's in the water, all this will flow backwards like that. I'll tie another one for y'all real quick, and we'll do like a purple and black because you can't go wrong with purple and black. That's probably besides the Hopedale. I mean, besides that, the Hopedale crab, purple and black is probably the #1 color down here. All right, again, we'll go with a Arex SA220. That might be backwards on there since I got the camera turned this way, y'all. This is actually the last one I got in this pack. They come 10 to a pack, so I'll have to go get some more at some point. I'm about to start selling flies, y'all. Everybody says I need to sell flies, so I'm about to start listing them on eBay and putting them on my YouTube channel and stuff like that. All right, y'all. I'm gonna start with some thread wrap right here at the beginning. What in the world happened right here? My thread got kind of weird on me. Let's see if I got any more fish stories from yesterday. Anything else cool that happened? Not really. Like I said, the black drum are spawning right now. So there was black drum everywhere. I caught a few. I could have caught a lot, but I quit casting to them because there was just so many of them. And you'll see some of them be schooled up and like 9 or 10 in a school. All right, by the way, y'all, we're going to put a little bit of thread right here at the beginning. And then, the ones that are in those bigger schools seem like they're a little bit smaller black drum, around you know, in the mid 20 something inch range. And then you'll see some in the 20 something to 30 pound range, 30, you know, 20 something to 30 something pound range. And you'll see them, they're usually either by themselves or there'll be just maybe 2 or 3 of them. And they're usually with their tails sticking up out of the water. And like I said, they're spawning right now. So I saw a bunch of those out there yesterday also. I caught one giant dinosaur. I did cast to him, and I caught 2 other like normal, like probably 30-inch drum or something like that. And now, like I said, 4 redfish. I think to be a little bit different, we're going to throw a gold eye on this just to add a little shine to it. Although the fly is going to be black and purple. By the way, y'all can leave comments. I don't see any comments popping up. I'm glad y'all are watching. If y'all new to the channel, please subscribe, y'all. I'm trying to grow the channel. I mean, I've had my channel for years, y'all. I've been doing this a long time, but it's just not a super big channel yet. I mean, I've got 500 something videos on my channel, but I don't look good in a bikini. So, all right, so we're gonna get a few wraps going one way to get the eye started. Then you're gonna go the opposite and kind of get the eye turned. So it's, you know, what you call it, like a 90-degree angle with the hook. Sorry about the close up on my nugget right there, y'all. I'm just making sure it's lined up. All right, now that you got it kind of lined up, you can do X wraps over the eyes of the fly. And I don't have a set amount. I just do whatever I think will hold. And then you're going to go under the eyes. And what that's doing, those X wraps, is pulling those tight. So I'm going under the eyes like this right here. I'm just pulling those X wraps tight together, just like you're lashing poles together, y'all. Just like lashing poles together. And then it's on there pretty tight. And then we're going to go ahead and take the thread and run the thread down the hook to about where the shank of the hook meets the point of the hook, basically, somewhere right around in there, just to get some thread along the hook. Like that. Now I'm going to take some solar res, y'all, and put some glue on this this eye. You don't want the eye to start spinning all over the place when you're out there and you start catching fish, you know. You don't want the eye to start spinning. You want that joker glued down. I'm going to hit it with a flashlight. It's actually a UV light. See, it's got purple or whatever, UV, black lens, whatever it is. Anyway, that you can actually see the smoke come up when I hit it. So it dries that glue pretty quick. That glue is made to dry with UV. So we're just going to hit this. It don't take but a few seconds for that thing to dry. All right. Now, since we're going to go with purple, I'm going to take a purple deer tail. These purple deer are really rare. They have to get those in California, mostly in the LA area is where these purple deer come from. But we're going to use a purple deer tail right here. That's why they're expensive. I mean, this purple deer tail is $15, but like I said, they're very rare. Why don't y'all chill out? Cats over there knocking stuff down because they're playing, acting crazy. All right, so you just want to pull off a chunk. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, and Frisco, yep. That's what I mean. These purple deer are mostly found in California, so they're rare. All right. Sorry, my deer tail fell. So after you cut a piece off, about like that, I usually just see if I got any stragglers, which I don't really have any on that one, I don't think. You're gonna lay that on top of your hook. Would y'all chill out, please? All right. Cats in here wanting to be in the what you call it? Wanting to be in the UFC or something. They over here. That's not really. That deer hair is not going on there too well, but I'll straighten it up here in a second. So I'm just throwing some wraps on here, y'all. I'm gonna cut that extra off, although it really don't matter. It would probably just add to the poofiness of the fly, honestly. But I'll cut it off just to make it look fancy for anybody critiquing the video. In case I got anybody critiquing me. Oh, there was a stray hair. All right, now that we got some purple in there, we're gonna break that up with some black. I like throwing those black stripes in there. I gotta get a new vise. This thing's worn out. All right, Mr. Terry. All right, now we're gonna take black Sharpie, and when this is in the water, it's kind of poofy right here, y'all. But when it's in the water, it lays back. So when it's in the water, it lays back and looks like a tail. I know it's poofy right here, but y'all just gotta trust me. When it's in the water, it lays back. So now we're gonna take and throw some black stripes on the tail, just to break up all that purpleness. I might not even be able to see that. I don't know if y'all can even tell. But there's black stripes. I just have to trust me. There's black stripes on there. All right, now I'm gonna throw some gold and some purple flash on this one. I'll start off with the gold because I got it pulled out right here already. The gold is looking rough, y'all. I use it all the time, so it is looking rough. There's a few strands right there. There's a few volunteers. All right. So we got a few strands of the gold. You want to take that and put it around your thread like that. Lay it over there. Get you a few wraps to get it started. And I'm going to pull this gold to the side of the fly. and then wrap it some more. And if you pull it down to the side, hopefully when you wrap it, it's going to keep it kind of down there. Yeah, like that. And when it's in the water, like I said, it's all going to flow backwards anyway. Now we'll add some purple to it. Give it a little purple flash. So this is a Hopedale Crab pattern, y'all. It's just in the, we've already tied the olive pattern, which is my #1 color of the Hopedale Crab when I'm out there. But this is the same pattern. It's just in a purple. All right, now we got a few strands of purple right here, y'all. The same thing. Put it over your thread like that. Get it started. Kind of pull it down to the side. So now we got some purple and gold in there. All right, now let's throw a, actually, we'll throw some legs on there like we did the other one. Except we'll give these legs a little color. So we'll grab some purple and chartreuse legs and throw it on there, y'all. Give it a little bit of color. It's basically, for all you bass fishermen, it's basically spinnerbait skirts. What it is. We're going to grab 3 of them. So just pull 3 off there. I think instead of using the purple at the end, what we're going to do, I'm going to double it over like that. And we're going to let the chartreuse kind of be at the end of the fly. Like that. So put those on there. Wrap those. I'm going to take cut them. I probably should have went up a little bit higher, but it is fine. It'll be perfectly fine. If it lands in front of a fish, they're going to eat it. Now we're going to cut off about right there. Just like that. Now we got a little bit of legs on there. A little bit of chartreuse around the tips. Just to give it a little bit more action. Okay. Since we're doing a black and purple, we're going to grab a purple feather saddle hackle. Y'all, I got to go change the spark plugs in my skiff later. When I was running around yesterday, it started sputtering a little bit, and I've never changed the spark plugs. It's a 2022 Spider. It's a Yamaha SHO, and it's always ran awesome. I've never had to change it, but it started sputtering. I've already got the spark plugs. I bought them a while back. I just gotta. All right, y'all. So we're gonna grab a purple. It's got a little purple and kind of dark in there. We're going to lay that on top. Get some wraps in it. And start. I'm going to get this. I'm just pulling this out of the way. And then start wrapping it. my little clippers to it right here. So just clip it and wrap it up. Wrap it up, B. Oh, it always does that half the time. Where the clippers will come undone, y'all. Does it all the time. We'll have to re-clip it. Hopefully it'll stay. See, it came undone again. I'm just going to use my fingers, y'all. The clippers just aren't staying on there good enough. Or clippers, the tweezer things. Just use my fingers, old school, baby. All right, now we're going to throw a couple of wraps on there just to hold it. And cut off that little end of the feather right here. And throw some wraps on there to hold it. Like so. And all that will flow kind of backwards when it's in the water. Now I'm going to grab some purple and some black crack wrap. I'm going to go with the purple first, because I want that darker color at the front of the fly. Again, just a couple of inches. That's what she said. And get that started right there. I got too much thread out on my thing, but that's all right. Get that started. And then we're going to wrap that. And when you wrap, you just want to keep Oh, it's a siren outside. I thought it was like a kid screaming at first. It's a siren. All right. You just want to keep that kind of pushed back towards the back of the fly as you're wrapping it, y'all. See, like right here, it's trying to flip around on me a little bit right there. I have one little bit kind of mess up right there, but I might can fix that. And I'm just working this towards the front of the fly. While wrapping it. I probably used too much, but it is fine. The fish will eat it up either way, I promise y'all. Now we're going to add a couple of wraps right here. Just to hold that in place. I'm going to cut off this end. Like that. And then wrap that. Come on. All right. Now we're going to add some black crack wrap. It's kind of got some purple in there too. It's kind of like black, purpley. We'll add that to the beginning right here. I just want that darker color at the front. Black and purple flies down here, like one of the number one colors down here in Louisiana for these redfish. And they're really good if you start getting kind of dirty water, and that goes for bass fishing or anything else on your colors, by the way, but you start getting dirtier water, those darker colors are going to show up better in that dirty water. Like yesterday, the tide was coming in all day, but right there towards the end yesterday, the tide started rolling in, and it actually got the water dirty right at the very end of the day. The water got pretty dirty right at the very end. So we're going to get that started. I'm just going to pull that out of the way. Now we're going to wrap this black, whatever color this is, this black shiny color around. We're going to wrap it. And you can kind of see it coming together, how it's going to look. I'll tell you how it's going to look. It's going to look like it's going to catch some 20 plus pound redfish is what it's going to look like. Y'all, that's all I chase year round. I'm a bull red chaser, y'all. I follow them around all year. So just from fishing down here so long, I kind of know their patterns, where they're going to be at certain times of year, y'all. So I chase them 20 pounders all year long. I figure if I'm going to go catch redfish, I might as well go catch monster redfish. If y'all check out other videos on my channel, you'll see that. All right. This fly turned out pretty good, I must say. This one turned out pretty good. How does that look, y'all? From Texas, you could name that fly Jimi Hendrix. Yep, it does. It does, man. Those pictures of him when he was wearing the purple with the I don't even know what it was, the black, the stuff around his neck and all. That is true, man. Of course, that was before my time. I'm 50 now, y'all. I'm 50 years old now. So, all right. So now we're gonna put some wraps, so a few more wraps right there at the eye of the hook, and then take the little tire thing. I can't think, the little wrapper thingy. Can't remember what it's called right now. And do 4 or 5 wraps on there. I like this one a lot. It's got a spring right here, y'all. And I like this one. I use this one more than I use. In fact, I pretty much use this one all the time. I got another one that don't have the spring. I love that spring-loaded one, y'all. And I always go over mine a few times. I do 4 or 5 wraps, and I do that a few times to make it like so. Just cut off these little hairs, which don't matter at all. The fish don't care, but sometimes if somebody sees a extra hair, a fly fishing person, oh, that fly is not tied perfect. The fish don't care. They're gonna eat it like a Dairy Queen Blizzard when it lands in front of them. All right, put some solar res on there. Hit it with the UV light to dry it up. Thank you. I mean, I tied it in like a Hopedale Crab kind of pattern, y'all. So I don't really, I mean, it might not be, here, let me move this out of the way. I'm about done. I've tied a couple, y'all, but I can't sit here and tie all day. I got to go do some stuff here in a little bit, but That's basically it, y'all. It's in the Hopedale Crab kind of pattern, same thing. I mean, honestly, you can take a fly, take fly, basically the same pattern and catch these redfish really good down here. So basically a tail, some poofiness on the body, a little bit of flash on it, and these redfish are gonna eat it up, y'all. I use gold eyes at the head of that one, and kind of a heavier eyes. When it when it gets out there, I want to drop down and get in front of those redfish really fast. I don't want it to be. If I'm fishing super shallow water, I'll throw a lighter fly. Like if I'm fishing inches of water, I'll throw a lighter fly, and so it kind of sinks a little bit slower. But if I'm out there fishing a foot of water, foot and a half of water, I want that fly to get down in front of the fish because most of the time those fish are looking down. Here's the other one we tied this morning. I kind of wish I would have put the darker at the front, but it really don't matter, man. They're gonna eat it up. When it's in the water, it all flows backwards like that anyway. So we tied both of these this morning, y'all. So, but I guess that's about it, y'all. I was smoking them on this Hopedale Crab yesterday. I started off yesterday morning throwing a mostly purple looking fly. I caught one, I think black drum on it, and then I started getting a few refusals. I swapped over to the olive color Hopedale Crab and then started just smoking them. So I think I had 3 black drum yesterday and 4 reds. Probably could have caught a ton of black drum, but I quit casting to them. And that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I just got some stuff. I got to go change spark plugs in the skiff today and do some other stuff. I got charters this weekend, so I got to make sure everything's good to go. But thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe if y'all are new to the channel. I've got 500 something videos on my channel. A lot of really good fishing videos. I've got fly fishing videos and spinning rod videos on there. I've got some stuff where some other YouTubers and I have collaborated on my channel. I've got, David Lucas, the comedian. Hey, dog, go somewhere. David Lucas, the comedian. He's a friend of mine. He's fished with me before. I think I only got 1 or 2 little short videos of him, but if you go to David Lucas's YouTube channel, he did a full hour-long video when he fished with me. But anyway, y'all, go check out my channel. Tons of videos on there. Thank y'all for watching, and I got stuff to do. Thank y'all.